You stare. Oh, but there's no one there. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. Swallow your choice. It's done. Terrified of what's left.
Thank you.
A time when we never let go, never let go. Ooh, we never let go. We can figure this out. Put your feet down. We are the lucky ones. Swallow your choice, it's done. Terrified of what's left. Remain upset until you break my mind. Until you break my thought. Until you break my thought. These sticks and stones will break. They will break, they will break, they will break. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. No, no.
Hello. Now that I'm actually supposed to have the mic on. Hello. How are we all today? I'm sorry that I didn't stream the last couple of days. It's been a bit chaotic. So quick thing here before we begin. I do have the plane preloaded with fuel and passengers for this leg. It should take what's my block time here? About an hour and 3/4. This leg of the flight is the only leg I'm playing for today. But this is the 50th stream of the world tour. So yeah, kind of nice that I'm marking the occasion by flying my legitimate favorite plane, like IRL. So let's get this plane on the go. Yes, shush, I know you're angry. We need to get the APU going. APU is good. Let's close the passenger door. Because we're going to be going pretty quickly. I forgot to I forgot to preset the better pushback. Let's do that real quick. Better pushback pre-plan. And like this. So.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm aware that you can hear me typing at the start. I forgot to off Barrow set. Barrow is what? I'm using SimToolkit Pro now, by the way, for overlays. Actually, is no use. Weather briefing at all? Here, no. Open up guy. We are at okay, BK. Exit one prop into the brake test after pushback. Yep. Pressure's 1016. Set the barrel to woo. Oh yeah, it's one of these. That kind of works. 1016. Set 1016 as well. Hey, Isha. Why is it showing the wrong time here? It should be at the wrong time. It is currently it'll be 8 o'clock over there. At 8:05. Set. Here we go. Wait, I've just set GMT, haven't I? Have I set local? Yeah, so if I hit... There we go. Anything else I need to do prior to everything? No, let's get the FMC programmed in. Our flight plan is from OK to OR BI, which I should have scenery for. Hopefully it's gonna work. We're going via... We are Jersey forever. Is this Flybe? Yes. Even though we're in the Middle East. Deal with it. Deal with it. I wanted to jam Flybe in here. Ralka. From there, it's Golf 975. No, it's not, because I misread it. It's Golf 795 to Tasmi. That's Upper Lima 602. 602, not 601. To Alpet. In real life, this is, I don't think this really exists in real life. And then it's Lima 718. To Debney. To Debney. After Debney, it's direct. It's cute. Vina, our transition altitude here is going to be 13,000. It is in the entire Middle East for some reason. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good today. How are you? Choosing altitude is 240. Our transition flight level on the way back down is probably going to be like 10. Departures and arrival, we will be departing 15 left via the Ralka 3 Echo. Execute that. Let's check the flight plan. Just to make no discons, that's fine. And set the transponder to no, not 7700. Let's just set it to 2000. Qatar is the best airline in your opinion? Everybody's gonna have different opinions on the best airline. I think armed. Yeah, I think we are about ready to get a pushback. Pushback. Pushback.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Start pushback. Truck. Getting pushed back by a golf cart that's just driven into a building. Don't forget to remember last time. I can't remember what I did last time. Did I forgot to turn on the APU at one point last time. So by the way, I've been looking over at this. This is what I've been seeing. Oh, that's really useful. Wow. I'm using SimToolkit Pro, which is completely free. And super useful. Here's our live map.
Alright, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Ready to connect. Perfect. Get that connected up, get it back. All their golf carts be crashing into buildings. To be fair, that's actually probably a that's a realistic vehicle to be pushing back a Q400.
We got that winching strap and adapter hooked up. Go ahead and let go of the parking brake when you're ready for a push.
Parking brake. On. We are rolling forward for some reason. Because... we're being pulled onto the pushback truck. Okay. And I've just realized I don't actually have... Park... Okay, I don't think I've got a parking brake. Rotor brake, effort, brake speed, brakes. Essentials. Oddly, this currently assigned. No, it'll be FJS. Oh. Like controls, basics. There should be a parking brake, surely. Fine.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay, we will start engine 2. Yep. Start. And engine 2 up there, ITT, oil pressure, and excuse me, are you okay? We have one engine going. Does this use the... Uses SASL. Now I can't go outside with this set up to max. Wonderful.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
And while disconnecting that, let's get engine 1 starting up. Hand signals, please. Which engine do they start the taxi with? Usually engine 2, if you're doing single engine taxi. And that is 2 good starts. We'll set...
And we're disconnected.
Cruise
Signal and
power.
pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
And I need to figure out where the hell it is I'm going here, so just bear with me a moment. Load up Navigraph. Parts list. Port. We are where? So we are in a building, according to Navigraph charts. Wonderful. Get the taxi light on. And get a taxi going. Yep. We want taxi spoilers. Our source S. Altitude. What's the stop climb altitude on the SG? Hello. Stop climb altitude on the departure here. Does it say? It does not say. So we'll go to I guess we'll go up to 13,000 ish. There we go. Whoops, that's reversers. What's the suspense background music? I don't know. Pretzel seems to think that something's gonna go horribly wrong here. Which, I mean, it might. Oh, I forgot this entire airport is offset from the charts for some reason. I will do flaps 1 departure. So it's left. We'll go left here. Yeah, it's 15 left. 17. Oh, that's quite an offset. To cross all these roads that are, for some reason, in the airport. Who am I? I'm not Dave. I am Dave. Flight controls check. Good. Is it a Bombardier? Yes, it is. Bombardier -8 Q400. From Flybe, it is the Q400 Legacy by FlyJSim. Bit old, bit wonky, but it does mostly work. And it's a bit more work intensive than most of the jets that I have. So, is there one or? We'll take... Oh, we have to turn here, apparently. Is that Echo 10? 5 left. Okay. Oh yeah, we're on the... No. No, we'll take full length. Stop hating? I don't think anybody in here is hating, dude. Fear not. Heading is going to be 152. Hey, Welch. It's good. Take off power engaged. How's it going? It's going pretty good. Okay, take off power is engaged. Up trim? How much up trim do you want now? Auto feather armed. Running lights on. Are rolling forward, but that's fine. Exterior lights to white. And we should good to go. No, it's going pretty good. Had a less than fun couple of days. Yeah, we're not going to take full
Approaching
length.
1-5 left.
We don't actually need 100% full length, so.
On runway 15 left.
IAS and set that to 50. And we'll get this plane up to full power. Because pull that V1 and rotate. Positive right, gears coming up. We won't be on this power setting for very long. I just want to get up to about 3,000 feet before disengaging the autopilot, or engaging the autopilot, I should say. Last week since they came and got it. Yeah, sometimes PCs take a while to repair. Flaps up, I hope. Actually, 150 knots is more than enough for flaps up in this. Oh. Let's go damper. And autopilot. What on earth is the plane trying to do here? Because there's the magenta line. It's not at the repair place yet. That's fair enough. And I'll still go to. Oh yeah, that's a bit. 240. Go nose down to 180 knots here. And max climb power. That light can come off. So there is Q8 being left behind our Q400. Joy of this is it's so light on frames and stuff that a hell of a lot of stuff can generate in underneath it. Like you can even see some of the buildings there aren't completely faded out by the script I'm using. And I'm still getting 40 FPS. What I'll do is I'll just turn that down a tiny bit. Because I do like the sound of the turboprops. Exactly. No, 179 is fine. Set standard. And we should now be pretty good. There's the heading bug there. Come through 10,000, lights can come off. And the seatbelt light. Got to turn on the bleeds. So we are climbing at what would be a very low speed for a jet, but for this is, yeah, pretty nippy. This is the end of the runway we just came off, and see the plane's already just a little blip over there. And very beautiful. It's a shame Flybe have gone. Because this is, like, it looks derpy, but it's one of the most glorious planes in existence. Also, I kind of forgot to turn off the APU. That's why I suddenly went back into the cockpit. We should be making a turn in a minute. The 13 knot crosswind, 14 knot crosswind. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Hey Max, how's it going, dude? Like, we're already going, if you look here, 230 knots on the ground. And we've still got another 10,000 feet to climb. Let's see if I can dart about with this a bit. So something that's cool is it shouldn't be showing that. Interesting. Can I show registration? Will it update automatic? It is updating kind of automatically. Don't need the registration showing, but I'll show the true airspeed and the powered by logo wherever that goes. Now let's screw out the color here and make it more me. There we go. This is only the APU I forget. Yeah, the APU is the thing that I usually end up forgetting. I think they'll make the dash better in X11 in the future. Yes, FlyJSim are working on their current project is Q4XP, which is a big old update to the Dash 8. Q400. I'm flying the Legacy today because I forgot to turn on the elapsed time. I'm flying Legacy today because it's the only one currently available, but I'm... Depending on time frame, Q4XP is going to be one that I buy. I will be transitioning into Microsoft Flight Sim once that's out, so there's a chance that I'll never fly Q4XP, but I'm sure Majestic will bring their Dash 8 into Flight Sim 2020, or somebody else will create a Dash 8 because it is one of the more popular planes in the turboprop side of things. So, I live in hope. What is the flight path for today? Well, I can show you the flight path if I go onto this. Yeah, this. So, oh my god, it shows our actual path. That's cool. I like that. So, we've just passed Ralka there. We're heading towards Tasmi. And then Gadzi, Alpet. Then a big old jump onto Debni, then into Baghdad. Which... Ooh! I didn't know that was a thing. That's really cool. Can I change the map options? Ooh, satellite. Yes. That's really cool. And then taxi here. Got 280 nautical miles to go. So yeah, that's really cool. It comes out. You can generate taxi routes and all of this. However, I do need to go into my Navigraph charts real quick and come up with some sort of approach. Okay, what's the ILS from 5 left? Like from... Boy, that's a... Okay. They're the only two available, okay. Well, the ILS 15 right. And from Debni we'll fly straight for about 10 miles, 10-12 miles. Overlay that chart, please. 12.8 from EGD, right. Radio 326. That is actually fine. So, oh no, 12.0. Yeah, so if I put in the Baghdad VOR, I can actually go DME 12-ish miles to form some sort of downwind. And I need to change the selected heading again. That's good practice. In most planes, you'll get this little triangle that you have to line the heading bug up with. It actually shows how much you're having to go, I guess, off course due to crosswinds. And we are now at cruising altitude, so we will go cruising power. By the way, this has no auto throttle, so if we get up to a point where we're overspeeding, I will have to manually baff with the throttles to get a good speed. Yeah, flight path today is Kuwait to Baghdad in Iraq, and we're going to Baghdad International Airport. So, I'm not sure if this will produce contrails, but okay, you You produce contrails, explain, you weird engine. The hell is that? That's supposed to be like oil pipelines or something? But yeah, once again, we're mainly going to be over deserts. I would imagine if I just you up. It yeah, it's going to be very brown. In between Gadzi and Alpet, we might get some green from this. Looks like a river valley. But it's going to be very brown all the way to Baghdad. And oh boy, you can kind of see that the wind is... Yeah, the wind is throwing us for a loop, because even on this you can see the planes point in a slightly different direction to where we're flying. I'm a fan of this map. I like the map. The map is a good idea. Props to Sim Toolkit Pro. I said that I was always on top. Turn just a map up. Legitimately useful for me. The wind is turning slightly. We are getting close to overspeeding, so I'll just throttle back a small bit. Okay, now we're losing a bit of speed, so a bit more throttle, 57% torque should do it. 8%. And yeah, we're now in full cruise. 235 knots indicated, which is 339 in the air, and 300 is that a 2 or a 7 along the ground? 302 along the ground. And about 55 minutes as an ETE. As the legs, my legs are fine. My knee was a bit bad this morning, but other than that, pretty good. We are in flight mode now with the spoilers, aren't we? Yes. Defaults the spoilers to flight, which is nice. One annoying thing about this plane is you can't actually change the GPWA landing flaps to anything other than 35. 35 is all you can land with in this, else it shouts at you. But granted, this is a very old plane, but still. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Anything else this thing can do? No. Do a PA. We're just about to come up to Tasmi, where we will be making another turn. There we go. Right on time. A child found a button with sound. I changed the bong to a bing. I'm afraid not. Well, I'm pretty sure, like, in a real flight, there will be flight attendants. Like, the one or two flight attendants you get on a Dash 8, they would be in a panic if they heard the chime going off, like, you know, the... They would be quite panicky. Hear that at all? No, it's just gonna be a button to do that. Okay. Leave it on all then. I get the weather up east. We have Well, it's showing to rain at least. Weather off. No, I want weather on. Weather on. Here we go. Weather on. I have a choice of one or the other. I turn both on. No, that alters. Okay, no, that's all terrible. That. And ooh, that's really actually quite helpful. Ah, that's how you set the decision. Ah. So it is looking like we'll be below our block time, which is 1 hour 43 minutes. By a little bit. The next leg is also quite long because we are going to be going from Baghdad to Jordan. Is our next leg? Our next sector? Oh, sorry, it's Baghdad to Damascus. And then it's 1, 2, 3 short hops, one after another. We'll be going Damascus, Lebanon, Cyprus, Cyprus. Because Cyprus is split in two because half of it's Turkish. But we will be hitting up both Cypruses. So we're not too far away from the next meme leg, where I do an insanely short hop in something stupid. I'm now looking. I'm now gonna just check something real quick. Do that. We won't have a meme leg on April Fool's Day, unfortunately. Doesn't work. The timings don't work out. Also, you might have noticed that I muted the. Ever played a shooter on stream? No, I don't like shooters. You might have noticed that I looked around towards the start of the stream and muted my mic. Magic hand delivered tea. Ah, delicious cup of tea. In my opinion, what's better, Farm Sim or Explain? I mean, they both have their advantages. I don't think either is better than the other. Like, if you're into planes, you will prefer Explain always and forever. If you're into farming, you will prefer Farm Sim always and forever. And right now, I'm more a fan. I'm more on the Explain side of things. I'm more of an av geek than a farm geek, I'll be honest. I've always liked planes. To the point where I actually have ADS-B trackers on my phone. So if I hear a plane going over, I can open up my phone and see what it was. I saw an Omni Air 767 flying over 21,000 feet earlier. Good afternoon, Dallas. This gentleman here is very good today. How are you doing? Well, I'm flying to Croatia and Slovenia because I want to see that stream. I can't tell you what day, but I can tell you after Cyprus, after the two Cypriot legs, we're off to Turkey, then Greece, then Albania, North Macedonia, Kosovo, Bulgaria, Romania, Serbia, Montenegro, Bosnia, Croatia, Slovenia. So you're looking at maybe 2 months. A month or two again. Until we get to Croatia, Slovenia, that kind of area. I'll be honest, I can't remember the name of the app. It is called AD. Of course it is. It is literally called ADS-B Flight Tracker. Hey Rob, how's it going, dude? We're actually losing a small bit of speed. If you're wondering why it's so sensitive with overspeed at the moment, it's actually because we got a headwind. Can I fly at max torque? 68% torque, is that going to make plane angry, or is it going to like cruise just below the red line? Also, can I change... anything here to... Oh, I should have chosen in-top. Oops. I chose max takeoff power for takeoff. I should have chosen normal. Did not need max power. Hello, Lucas. Playing with the HD mesh line with ortho overlays. Not quite as good as ortho tiles. Much harder to drive safe space. Space saved. Yeah. For good reason. Honestly, like, you just need ortho overlays. I'm using just a texture pack, so I'm using effectively default textures. I've just texture pack cover them up. So I'm not using ortho for the most part. If like an airport scenery comes with ortho, I'm using it. But so, Lucas, hello. Little plane's a long way from home. Yeah, I'm half tempted, honestly, to off camera do a little mini tour where I fly this up to Exeter from Baghdad. So. Because I sometimes do these weird little projects in Flight Sim where I set something, where I decide I'm doing something, and then I set aside like a few evenings to do it. And with WrestleMania theoretically coming up in like 3 weeks, that would be a really good opportunity. Faff about with Flight Sim, but I don't know. I don't want to stay up stupid late. Problem. I'm in a conundrum where I might do it Saturdays. Is it the same plane for the whole world tour? No. I change planes every week. This week is just Dash 8 because Flybe unfortunately folded over this past week, and I thought it would be kind of fun and fitting and a nice little tribute because this is my favourite plane. The de Havilland de Havilland Bombardier, because it is a DH, is de Havilland. The Bombardier Dash 8 2400. From Flybe, and it's a really nice plane. I really want to fly in one of these at some point. Your brother flew Cessna today. He was gassing you up because you're addicted to planes. Yeah. When I get a full-time job, like one of the treats I'm going to buy myself is a couple of flying lessons. I've decided this now. Is I'm going to get at least a couple of flying lessons. One as a kind of a tester lesson to see how I would do in a real plane. It would be like, I think the flight school that I would be going to for the lessons fly 172s, which they're my favorite GA planes, so I'm quite happy. Cessna 172 is actually the plane I use to test flight sims. Test flight models. How long is this flight? This is flight, the block time, Lucas, is 1 hour 43 minutes. The actual in-air time, I'm going to estimate, is going to be about 1 hour 20. And we are about 18 minutes in, actually about 20 minutes into the flight already. And what's the ETE? Because it says it on top of the screen, 41 minutes. Estimated remaining. You get rid of HD mesh, target ortho. I mean, HD mesh helps, Doubter. Don't get me wrong. HD mesh, super useful because it is actually better than ortho mesh. Somebody's gone through the HD mesh and actually leveled it out in places and made it look a bit more legit. Here we go. We're now cruising at 250 knots. Gonna spend more than an hour just watching land move by. That tends to be what happens in flight sims, yes. These streams, Hishan, honestly, what I do is I'll sit down, boot up a flight, get flying, and just chat with you guys. I know that a lot of the Twitch streamers put on YouTube videos, but I'm super cautious about that because I don't trust YouTube's copyright systems to not kill me. And I kind of, at the moment, need the YouTube money because it's literally all the money I make. So I'm super paranoid about copyright. People that are in the streams a lot will tell you that every time somebody says, "Oh, you should do this," I'm like, "No, copyright. Copyright would murder me." I mean, if this was a hobby and I demonetized the videos intentionally, I would just some streamers play the game and don't focus on it. See, there's a balance. I was watching Soviet Wombo the other day, who is not PG in any way, but I really enjoy watching his streams. Super chill. And he kind of phrased it the way that I was always trying to. It's like, there is a balance you have to strike with streams a lot of the time, where the aim is to talk about the gameplay, but you also need to have some chat interaction. Some people go one way. I've seen so many streamers go all gameplay because they're using the streams as a way to record YouTube videos, and that's one way to do it. And some people go all chat interaction. Like during this stream, definitely it's 90% chat interaction because there's not a whole lot going on in the same to talk about. Come to think of it, I'm just gonna drop the torque back a bit. But there is generally a balance you're supposed to, you should hit. And I try and do that as much as I can. Some streamers basically mute, they never talk, they use streams for gameplay stuff. I've seen those streamers too, yeah. At least this plane isn't cooking its brakes. It's like, yeah, that's nice. This doesn't even have a brake heat warning, I don't think. Hello, Jake. I'm flying your favorite plane. So I'll stay on from Han Solo Gen, point you to autopilot HD AI pilot or Autopilot HD mesh. Yeah. That is yeah, Dowler, you just like, that's the problem with once you start installing scenery, you're like, oh, this is so much better than default, and then everything needs to be scenery. I kind of wish there was an HD mesh for here, because that... what kind of horrific jank is that lake? Oh my god. Okay, where's the plane currently? Is there even a lake there in real life? Do I have a co-pilot? No. So, that lake there, that horrific jank, I believe is this lake here. There is a very distinct difference between jank and actual lake. One of the good things about X-Plane is, like, there is an approximation of the world in it. Like, there is jank in spots. Oh, we've got some... This is green in Google Maps. The satellite photo says this is green. But I say to the Brexit, I say, please do not bring that up here, because it's politics and it is naughty. And I don't want to talk about politics. Where am I going next week and what flight? Next week is going to be... I haven't figured out a plane. I usually figure out a plane on, like, Tuesday. For the Wednesday streams. Next week is going to be probably just Baghdad to Damascus. I might be able to get Beirut in as well. But it depends on, honestly, my plane choice. Because if I fly in Asia, yeah, I know, it's brilliant. FS2020 comes with some sweet scenery out of the box. I mean, you've seen all the pictures, so... Like, the joy of FS2020 is you will never... I will never again have to worry about ortho. Because it is all ortho all the time, and that is... one of the joys for me is, like, having pretty scenery to look at. Like, this doesn't matter too much because, like, it's like, there's an indication of a town, and an indication of a town, and an indication of what looks to be some forest. Like, I'm kind of fine with the indications of stuff, with X-Plane default scenery, which I know triggers the snot out of Jake, but still. Can I do a big plane next time? Like a 747 or A320? I could fly the 748. Problem is the 748 is PAX only, and I don't know if I've got a livery that'll do, because I don't want to fly Lufthansa in Central Asia, in, well, West Asia. I'll see. I'll have a look at my planes and see what liveries I can get and see what airlines are around. Hisham, that's what I tend to do. At some point on like a Tuesday, usually, is I'll spend half an hour to an hour just googling. Oh, I say googling on Wikipedia with the airlines of X country. Qatar A320. I've already flown a Qatar Airlines A320. Next week's will probably be like, I'm gonna try and get an Iraqi or Syrian airline and see what they fly. And then see, almost as importantly, what livery I can get for it. Now, if I can't find a livery for a local airline, what I'll do is I'll go to like nearby countries, so Jordan, Lebanon, and see what's there. And to be honest, there's no point in looking for me now because I'll forget by the end of the stream. Iraqi, I know Iraqi Airlines, and there's probably a Syrian Airlines, but it will also depend on my mood on Tuesday, because I might get into a mood where I just want to fly a private jet. Because it's been a while since I've flown a biz jet, so I might go with the Challenger 300 that I have, and I've got some really nice biz jet liveries for that. Royal Jordanian? That would work. Yeah, Jordanian would work. What else is around? I mean, I could go Iran Air for all it matters. Gulf Air would work. Etihad would to an extent, because Etihad basically fly everywhere. If I had like an A330, I think Emirates fly a few of those. Or definitely a 787 Emirates fly. I could do one of those, but I don't have one, and I don't want to buy one, because I'm not a big fan of the wide bodies generally. I'm a bit picky with planes. Like, I don't generally... I'm one of these weird flight simmers that 100% seriously, this is one of my favorite planes to fly. It's a bit finicky, sure. It's a bit slow, sure. It doesn't fly very high, sure. It's got a very limited range, sure. But do you know what? It's got a hell of a lot more personality than the 747. I don't just punch numbers into a computer at the start of the flight. And, I don't have one of those, Hisham. Yeah, I do like turboprops because I don't... It's not a case of, oh, just punch numbers in at the start of flight and you're done. Are New Zealand skins? I believe there are. I believe people have done some New Zealand skins for like A320s and stuff. Although, ooh! How many legs am I doing in New Zealand? Oh, just... Oh. Okay, just the one. I'm definitely 100% doing a couple of Dash 8 hops in the US. Once we get all the way over there, but that's a hell of a long way away. Because they do, what are they called? Alaska. Alaska Airlines do fly a Q400 currently, and I think they're planning on flying it for the foreseeable. Oh, it dropped me somewhere random. Yeah, that's fun. See, the problem with that is I can cheat because I got Navigraph. I can cheat. I can just hit that button and then open up Navigraph and be like, ah, this is exactly where I am at. This is exactly how to get to the nearest airport. And here's the ILS frequency, so I can just punch that in, and look, I've landed perfectly with no problem. So we're about to make another turn, actually, so I'm just going to pop back into the cockpit and just fix the heading bug here. Fix the heading bug. Oh, the heading bug was fixed. There we go. And, oh, there is our top of descent, I believe. Top of descent, 74 miles. That is... not not top of descent? Because that's... What range do I have this set on? Okay, so that's 40 miles. That's not 60. I'm not sure what it was pointing me at. We're now heading off to Debney. Hey, NS Adonis. Tempted to use Navigraph, resisted the urge. It's a good urge, to be honest. I think Navigraph is a really useful tool for flight planning, for figuring out what it is you want to do in general. The auto feather didn't arm, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. What are the engine temperature like? They're dropping, they're dropping. No, don't need them. Dodging them up. So 31 minutes into the flight. Actually, more like 34, 35. 20 minutes to go. About half an hour to go. In fact, where is the thing I was looking for? Oh, not that, not that, that. There's a thing here somewhere. The connection. It is connection. Aha. Imagine EasyJet with 747. Since when does X-Plane have a Dash 8? Since forever. This is a Q400 legacy from FlyJSim. It's really good. However, there are downsides. Number one, it's really old. Number two, it is no longer officially supported. Number three, it's getting replaced soon. Number four, it's getting updated. It's not getting any more updates. So, yeah, there's a new one in production, Q4XP, which I will probably buy. See, it's hard for me to say I will or won't buy things, because I will buy Microsoft Flight Sim, FS 2020, and it's very difficult to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy the, the Rotate MD-11 when it comes out, because probably will, but it really depends on timelines and stuff, because like there is going to be a transition period over to FS 2020, but I don't want to be buying stuff that I'm only going to fly like 3 times. I don't know, it's a bit complicated. Well, I said about 747, I would like the MD-11. Oh, I love the 747. It's actually my favorite. Well, one of my favorite wide bodies, and the MD is. I love trijets. I absolutely adore trijets. Like, as much as the Q400 is my favorite plane. Why is there, like, the music today is just like ridiculously inspirational while I'm talking about the MD-11. Now, MD-11 I will like. The Tu-155. I don't like Russian planes because I don't understand Russian, and I'm not gonna learn Russian just to learn a few buttons. As much as I'd love to fly the Tupolev, I don't want to. I don't have to. I might get the Tupolev. Does X-Plane support helicopters? Yes. Can I fly them? No. there is a very big difference between The Sims supporting them and me flying them. Or having the ability to fly them, because I do not understand how helicopters work. They're magical magic boxes that support themselves by just angering physics to the point that it makes them fly. It feels as you don't know. Oh. It has English labels. Nice. Yeah, I might get the Tu-154 then. That is, I'm trying to remember, the Tupolev is that a DC-10 ripoff or a 727 ripoff? Because I can never remember. I want to say it's a ripoff of the 7.2 because like the Russian jets are very, very rarely original designs. Because I have the 727. I don't want to just buy a Russian 727. I mean, okay, they're not rip-offs. They are the 144 Konkordsky. That was the worst rip-off because it's like, we ought to make Concorde. It didn't work. Make fly anyway, but it didn't work. Then make fly. Everyone die. That helicopters are straightforward. They are not. I mean, I know Konkordsky had the canards, which were really cool and fold out and stuff, but I don't know. One of the issues I have with Russian planes, well, Soviet planes specifically, I've got no issues with Russian planes. But the Soviet ones, I don't trust them at all. Prototype didn't. Yeah. Plus, like, the Tu-144 could have been really good if they gave it another, like, 3 years of development. But, like, they tried to beat Concorde to the punch, and were not only late, but terrible. Like, it just never really worked. The Tu-154. Not full of biases? Probably. But I do know that the reliability record of the Tupolev was atrocious. Like, it could fly, what was it, 3 or 4 times, and then it needed basically a complete overhaul because there were issues with the design itself. Because I understand the logic behind helicopters. That's just plain wrong. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong, dude. I just remember that there was something about it that was that like struck me as particularly weird, and I can't remember what it was. Was it just that no airline really, other than Aeroflot, who basically had to fly it, no airline really wanted it because of the same reasons no airline really wanted the Concorde, in that no country wanted planes going supersonic over them, so they could only really do flights over water. Except like Russia. Russia and China, I think, were fine with supersonic over land. Dial 12 and problems of that sort. There's a turboprop. Yeah, I do know that, like, the supersonic jets in general were just unwanted by airlines. Like, with Concorde, even BA and Air France didn't actually want them. They just had to buy them. They were forced to by the governments. 144 was rushed due to political reasons. Yeah, the 144 was rushed because they wanted to beat Concorde to the punch, and they didn't. And because they rushed it, once they did get it flying, it needed work still. And that was after all the various test flights where basically they discovered that nobody wants a supersonic plane flying overhead. Because, and somehow this occurred to nobody, a supersonic plane has what amounts to a sonic boom bubble flying around it as well. I don't know how that how that never occurred to people. I might see, the second issue, I don't want to buy a Russian plane is I don't have the money, it can't justify it all that much. But I might have a look into some freeware Soviet airliners because I like quirky planes. They are some of my favorite planes to fly, is the ones that are just a bit odd.
Are you ready?
This top of descent is wrong, I've just realized, because Explain 11 freeway, yeah, I'm with you there. 11 miles away, that'll give us, we'll say 110 miles. No, 100 odd miles. Times 3, that's 30,000 feet. We're not dropping that fast. Yeah, the Explain 11 freeway does have a habit of being Tupolev to Pyongyang. That is too tempting. Where's Navigraph? Oh yeah, we got no right. Yeah, what's our altitude for the? What's our transition level? Did I guess 160 on the transition for descent? Transition was 160 for descent. First two freeway, maybe just about $10 pop. Before it's free. Yeah. Thing is, I legit don't have the money to buy them at the moment, and I'm not gonna beg for money, but you know. I, at the same time, kind of have my own financial stuff that I want to put first. So, as much as I'd like to have some weird, quirky planes, I don't want to be buying stuff just because it would be a funny meme once or twice. VNF descent, please. Can't imagine how people landed that Tupolev Concorde thing with the nose. If memory serves, the nose did a droop. I want to say that T-144 had a droop snoot. It did have a droop snoot. Yeah, the T-144, the same, Guys, if there was a beluga, that would be amazing. I would be so happy if there was a beluga. I've just realized the problem is target speed, target 180 and 180 at 10,000. So that'll shallow the descent out? No, it won't. Oh. Yeah, what was the angle of attack you needed? Was it 10 or 15 degrees nose up to land one of those things. Yeah, Concorde had the first commercial 78. Ah, okay. I knew it was something like insane compared to a modern commercial jet. I just couldn't remember the actual number. Are we on our final heading, by the way? Just need to check this real quick. We are, and we're ever so slightly off course, so I'm just going to put in, whoa, a heading hold here. Heading select. And I want to put navrad, no, not navrad, fix, and 12. Is that gonna put in the circle I want? Yes, perfect. I thought of doing like in something like DC-10. No, because I don't have one. There is one leg that is going to be long haul, which I'm probably going to do in the 748, as things stand. But that's not until we get to Japan. So that is still a while off. What is local QNH here? That's not Active Sky, that's Active Sky. RBI. We're going to be finishing the stream early, whoops. QNH 1017, 905, that's fine for the runway, yes. Can I do... Are there approaches here? Or stars? There are stars here. Hang on. There are no star procedures. Oh, that's... Yeah, that was the wrong airport. Whoops. Whoopsies. And I'll want the taxi routing, please. Oh, this texture's hideously repetitive. That looks terrible. We are in a nice descent now, though. And the cloud is gone. I was enjoying that cloud game. But there are a few legs we're going to do. Sand dunes, what do you expect? No, that... The texture that's repeating infinitely is some trees. It's like two little bits of trees that are just going on forever because it also has fields. Let's get our barrow in. It is one... What was the barrow I said? 1017. 1017 set. And I want... I'm going to be doing some tuning here. In ILS 1, I'm going to want two frequencies in. I want 112.9. And that is the Baghdad VR. I can change nav source to VR 1. There we go. And the second one is 110.7. Now over here I can just set 110.7. And that is the ILS slope. course is going to be 146. I was hoping this stream would last until 7 o'clock, but we're going to finish hella early. Because I went off the block time, and I probably shouldn't have. Said I can get a bit more throttle in the go here. Yeah, if I bring it out to 12 miles, actually if I bring it out even to go 15 miles out. Yeah. So if I bring it 15 miles out and then go 146 minus 90 is 56 degrees for crosswind. Or base even, it would be. And then I can intercept the ILS at 12 miles. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. This is me just effectively spouting nonsense to myself. Also, why has the... Whoops. Brought the throttle back too far. Yeah, gotta be super careful with the throttle on this, because if I bring it past flight idle, it suddenly just shifts into reverse. Okay, so it's just throwing a hissy fit and doesn't want to do much. Okay. That's fine. You don't want to descend at the moment, so I'll just try and get you around about 200 knots would be nice. Actually, if I just go maximum cruise, I will also be fine. What's my ETA? It should say it up at the top of the screen. Is it there? Yeah. ETA is right there. Based on current speed and the actual flight plan I'm flying. So it is more accurate than usual. Okay, let's bring this down to flight idle. And not an inch more. So you might notice the ET is changing. It's because the speed's changing. So if I click this, I had an issue the other day where it just kept bringing this up, but okay. ET is currently going up because we're slowing down. Can I put a heading hold in? No. Yeah, how far from the airport? Oh, I know why it's holding altitude. It's because we're actually off the track. Yeah. Let's go IAS of 180. And we'll just put a bit of engine power in. Also alt select. So we're going to be keeping up 180 knots down to 3,600 feet. which we need to be at, effectively be at Recoy, which I have not plugged into this, have I? No. Orbit arrival, IS-15 left, by Recoy, and execute. That's putting me into a hold. That'll be fine, actually, yeah. Let's go back to nav source FMS1. Hit nav and VNav. It's all got very angry because it's trying to do everything at once. Get out of IAS. I don't know what it's doing. Pitch hold. Okay, VNav. By the way, this computer doesn't actually work. I have to bring up the 2D one, which is kind of annoying, but okay. VNav. Okay, if I set 3600 now again, and now hit Alt select VNav. There we go. Get ready to relearn the FMS. Ah, I will not need to, because I used to fly the Majestic Q400 in FSX back in the day. So I actually do know, to a certain extent, the Q400 FMS. People who are only used to the current, the legacy Q400 are going to be screwed, because the Q400 has the single weirdest FMS I ever did see in my lifetime. But, yeah, I am aware of the strangeness, shall we say, of the, not the approach lights, of the FMS in this thing, or the true FMS, I should say. Do a flyby as the plane descends. That's crabbing quite hard. We're descending at 1,000 feet per minute. We're good. Let's go see if my TriStar had, for example. I'm not saying it's weird as in it's so weird it shouldn't exist. I'm saying it's weird as in most FMS systems I've used have been Airbus or Boeing, or based off Airbus or Boeing. For example, like the Embraer one is weird because it's different to Airbus or Boeing. In fact, if you're used to Boeing, the Airbus one is weird. They're all weird in their own way. It's just that the older style of the Q400 FMS takes time to figure out if you're used to a more modern system. What the hell is that mess? Indeed, Evans one is kind of between Airbus and Boeing. Yeah. What is that mess? Where is that bringing me? I'm... Yes. The... just gonna pretend like nothing's about to happen. Because it's about... Actually, if I go direct to the inbound... Yeah, it's much less angry if I do this. Yeah, I fixed it. Kind of. I got rid of the hold now because I need the... Probably need the hold. I fixed the mess that was the BFD. How are we doing for fuel? We've still got 5,000 pounds of fuel remaining. I loaded on 7,000 pounds at the beginning. We've not burned much of the fuel at all. My calculations told me my fuel requirement was 7,000 pounds. It definitely wasn't. Just crossed over the hour mark in this flight. We've got approximately 5 minutes remaining. Because I get the feeling I'm going to need to go around the hold at least once to send enough. There, however, is the airport, which is very pink. Worryingly so. Something's not worked. I should have tested this scenery instead of downloading it immediately before the stream. That's just... Oh, look at how pretty this number 6 is. It's fine. The airport is celebrating breast cancer awareness or something. Hang on, is that the taxi lines that are broken? That could be problematic if that's the taxi lines that are broken. What exactly is broken there, actually? Oh god, it is the taxi lines. Oh, that... yeah, rip. And the Lakes of Doom. I have just noticed the speed. Whoops. I've only just noticed we are going at 250 knots. So I'm definitely going to need the hold just to slow down a bit. Okay, how screwed is the airport? How screwed is the scenery here? Because we're going to get a nice flyover. That's not too bad, it's just some edges are broken. And... It's bad, but it's not... It's not the worst. Yeah, it's missing textures and I'm not quite sure why. Because I do have all the prereqs for it. I'll have to have a look into the requirements again and see what the hell's gone wrong there. Yeah, we're gonna need to use... We're gonna need to go around the hold at least once. Not to cut altitude, but just to cut speed. That is a big cloud. It's like we're still going 213. Yeah, could probably get away with that. Because, like, it's what was it, 170 approach initial, then 160 till 4, and then just drop all the speed by putting out all of the stoppers. Yeah, we should make that work. That'll work. I want to go with like planning and just go approach. Right. Okay. I'm up on 3,600 feet now. Hey, Realistic Gamer. Coming up on the point where I'm going to need to reintroduce thrust. Not too much though, I want to be at 170-ish. And 7.4 is fine. Oh, I've just slowed the acceleration rate. That's even better. Put the landing lights on now and the taxi light. I'll go flaps 1 or flaps 5, whatever. Flaps setting 1. Cool. Cause a bit more decel. And now I want to go direct to Papki. Cute. And I want approach mode engaged. And altitude down to, what is the altitude? 2100. I'll select VNAV. Nav source. CIS. Set the localizer. Okay. Flaps. Next step. And gear. What was the next flap step? 10. Okay. 022.
$2,500.
Okay. Laps 15. That is a hell of a lot of buildings generating there. Wow. FPS 38. 40 FPS with all this crap on the screen. Lovely. Okay. 5 DME. There's 4. They're decelerating now. Get flaps 35 out. And I'll put out the autopilot.
Approaching 1-5 left.
Got to set minimums, I've just realized. But, got good visibility work. Mine effectively visual. Come on.
Deep landing. 3,300 meters remaining.
There we go. That wasn't entirely terrible. Can you give me a correct where I want to go? No, it's not, because it thinks I landed on the other one. Here. APU can come on once I've vacated. on. And the landing lights can come off. Go back to red. Hayden, hello. You were very late because we're taxiing to stand. In a very last Flybe -8. Also, the airport's slightly broken. Please ignore the broken airport. Too soon? Not too soon. Perfect timing. Please ignore all of the red. I don't know what's happened here. Since it's dash, yeah. Well, because dash single sector day, because it took the better part of 2 hours just to fly to Baghdad. I've chosen a remote stand, which is what Dash 8 would use if it were to land in Baghdad. Oh, the taxi light is on. Good practice, yo. It's not this turn off, it's the next one I'll be taking. It does look like the stand I've chosen is home to some fighter jets. Do you know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna actually change my plan on stands and just grab this one. Which is, you know, not practical for Dash 8, but hey, why not? Engine 1 can come off. Is he going to signal me? He is going to signal me. This is good news. Go, and engine 2 can come off, and the APU can come on. Got to start the APU. It's fine. Autogate will extend. Autogate won't extend because I don't have a parking brake in this. The parking brake in this doesn't seem to want to work. I'm not sure why, but that's gonna do it because the plane wants to shout at me. That is going to do it for today because I need to run now to the toilet. So I'm going to leave you on the end screen and run. So hope you enjoyed. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.